and I want you to definitely take advantage of a great price because I don't think it's gonna last very long. Okay, so this whole idea is about, hey, kitchen, eating, one of my favorite pastimes. I would do a show and host pick, it's about eating too, whatever. Anyway, and this again is one of my very favorites. And you know, while I joke about eating, I do try to find really good alternatives for me and obviously for my family. And this is one of those great picks. You've picked it too. It has been continuously a customer pick since the moment we launched it. And I'm really excited because the gang at Ferris, thank you Ferris guys, they put together an incredible offer, okay? You're getting 3 of these and Carrie's gonna explain the choices. 3 of them, and we have matched the lowest price we have ever offered on our Ferris goodies, okay? So here we go. Best configuration of the year, lowest price we've offered, we've matched that. And here's what's even more delicious. Are we really doing free shipping on that? Oh, I didn't know. We have free shipping. And we have it on 3 flex pays. And you can get auto ship on the deal. And the best, if that wasn't good enough, chocolate's back. Yes, we now have, for the first time this season, the chocolate chunk version. Yay! All right, Carrie, get out here, baby.
Now I gotta do the chocolate chunk dance. So
girl,
when you was like, it's back to chocolate chunk. It's back to chocolate chunk.
I'm all about the chocolate
Makes
chunk.
me crazy. I know, isn't that exciting? So
why do you think Ferris is so really loved?
Well, you know, long time in business. We're talking since 1924, so we're talking over, you know, it's a long time. So doing something like that and being in business for so long and having so many people come back time and time again has to do with a high quality of ingredients. Hands down, if you're having great ingredients from whatever you're eating, you're gonna keep coming back for more. So what I wanna do is I'm gonna explain what your choices are, and then I'm gonna go deep into it specifically.
Because by the way, if you're a Ferris lover, you're gonna wanna get these now, and especially once you get the auto ship early. I have, for the whole host pick, 4,000 available, and it sounds like a lot of options. It is not when you break it down.
Absolutely. So first we're gonna talk about cherry berry. Okay, so cherry berry is the classic. It's what we've always had. So that's gonna give you your almonds, your pecans, your cashews. It's gonna give you the cherries, and it's going to give you the USA cranberries. Okay. You can get that in roasted and salted, or you can get that in raw. So if you want that not roasted, not salted, straight up raw, those are your 2 choices on that. The other choice you have that we do offer you from time to time is our blueberry cranberry. And the only difference inside of that is that we're gonna take out the Michigan cherries and we're gonna put in blueberries. So if you're a person who absolutely loves blueberries, you can get that again, roasted, salted, or you can get that raw. And then as we were dancing to, it's all about chocolate chunk this time of year. That only comes roasted, salted, and Ferris always roasts and salts just right. It's just
a touch.
Lightly dusted to make it perfect. And we're gonna give you large chunks of bittersweet chocolate in there.
Please.
We're so happy that it's the time of year we can ship this again. And it is one of my favorites. So that is the third offer in a sense. And that's what we're gonna take a look at. So now I'm gonna go into ingredients more specifically so you can understand what we're talking about. Now, I always like to start with the cashews because ideally, there is no one that makes cashews and puts them in their mixes like Ferris does, and that's one thing that makes a huge difference. These cashews are from India and Brazil. India and Brazil are the 2 top places to get cashews from because the climate is perfect for it. Now, I always like to start by showing you a cashew from a very well-known brand that you'd find in the store. So when you look at the difference there, you can see there is a size difference, and a lot of that, again, has to do with where you're getting them from. Now, moving down the line, you're gonna get California almonds. You're going to get your full pecans. And I love that they come full pieces.
They're not just lame-o little pieces, people.
There you go.
They're full pieces.
So it's not like, I'm used to, a lot of times we see mixes out there all the time, and they're just, they're crumbled up because
you know what it is? It's the leftover.
Yeah. Shelling a pecan's very difficult, actually. It's a whole process. And so for someone to take their time to do that, if you've bought them in the store, you have to pay more for that. So the chopped ones are always cheaper. So here we're actually taking that time to make sure we're giving you that full experience because all the oils stay in there.
Nice.
So if you're breaking it up, you're getting rid of the oils and you're losing some of the taste profile. I saw that sneak.
I love a good walnut.
She was like, let me go get in there.
So
okay,
good.
so now that's gonna be the nuts in the configuration, and then we're gonna come down and talk about Michigan cherries. Now, Michigan cherries, they are so scrumptious and delicious. They are very, very juicy. Michigan is the top place. Michigan actually has an annual Michigan or cherry festival that they actually have, where everything's made out of cherries, and it's because they're known for that. So again, this is where we source it. And Ferris is from Grand Rapids, Michigan. So some people know that, some people don't. So that's where they're based out of, USA-based company. And then we've got our cranberries. So what I love about the cranberries, and I love just like grabbing a few pieces of them, they look like they've been freshly sliced from the bog. Look at these cranberries. I mean, they're vibrant. It looks like a cranberry. I'm not wondering what kind of fruit it is. A lot of times in dried fruits that are in mixes, you're like looking at it like, I think that's a, I don't know, a pineapple.
I'm a little uncomfortable.
I don't know what I'm eating. I just put it, yeah. So here, that is gonna make your cherry berry configuration. So if you wanna do cherry berry, again, the choice is just, do I want it roasted salted, or do I want it raw?
Right.
Now.
No, wait, and let me show you too what really, and this is so important at this point. You usually do it later, but I'm gonna show you.
That's cool.
These aren't dried up. Look at that. These are just absolutely moist and fresh. They're not the little things, they're hard as a rock. Look, and that's another thing, that once you get these, you get that wow moment. There's a saturated explosion of flavor in all the fruits. Well, there is, because it's not dried up and shriveled, you know?
Look at that. And if you look at my fingers, there's absolutely juice on my fingers. So I don't know a dried fruit, if you've ever thought back to most dried fruits that you have, when it's leaving juice on your fingers, that's telling you that it's dried properly, that's gonna give you a nice experience. Most people don't realize that nuts have notes. It's like wine, it's like chocolate, it's like any of those other things. It's actually supposed to have a distinct flavor for each different nut. And when you have a high quality nut, that's when you're gonna see that difference and taste that difference, and then it's gonna blend well with those fruits.
And I have to tell you, when you take a handful of these, if you're eating regular old trail mix, that, you know, how long has it been sitting on the shelf? I mean, really, and it's all little bits and pieces. You eat the whole thing because they're little teeny pieces and it's not very filling. With this, your natural instinct will be, oh, I'm gonna fill my whole hand up because I won't be full. You won't. You'll back off and eat a whole lot less because everything is complete and full and rich and delicious, and you get those flavor notes. It's crazy. That's why this becomes a customer pick. That's why we have people who stay on auto ship for years on this. Because here's what's special about today. The deal, we've matched our lowest price ever. You're getting 3 flex pays, and on the first shipment, you'll get free shipping. Now, after that, you're gonna pay shipping, but right now, you're gonna get free shipping on your first shipment, but you're still securing our 1-day host pick price, which is the lowest we've done. So you're gonna get 3 of these. What do they ship every, how often?
I think you could choose. I think it's 60 days unless you choose
different. It's 60 normal, but you can change all that, make it sooner, later, whatever you want to do. But what I was going to say is, do not miss out on auto ship, because you can lock in everything in my show. Now, after the show, you can. But while we're doing the show and while it's host pick, you're gonna be able to get this value. And again, we're matching our lowest price we've ever done. So it's the time, if you love Ferris, you know you're like, auto ship, I'm in, I'm in. And if you've never tried it, you can get a single ship, but trust me, you're gonna go, oh, I should have gotten auto ship. Because it really is delicious, and it's a healthier alternative.
Well, it's a thing to have around when, no matter where you are throughout your day, I always carry some with me in my bag. Everywhere I go, whether I'm going out for the day to the mall, whether I went on a cruise, I brought some with me. So you have to make sure it's like wherever you're at, you have that snack to keep you from making a mistake.
Bad choice. I said, if I have Ferris or if I have a candy bar, I'll eat the Ferris and won't the candy bar. If it's just candy bar, I'm going with the candy bar.
Absolutely.
By the way, the blueberry, cranberry, raw or roasted auto ship, I have 100 left in each choice.
Okay, well that's what I was just gonna show you. So if you take out the Michigan cherries and you put in the blueberries, and apparently that's if you're thinking about that, go quickly. The blueberries give you that high antioxidants. That's what we love about blueberries. You know, the fruits are giving you your antioxidants, the nuts are giving you your proteins. That's why you feel satiated when you eat something like this. A friend of mine is a personal trainer. I'm very much into fitness, and you know what? Having a snack like this around helps give you that full feeling. Nuts have fiber. Fiber makes you feel full. This time of year, we have so many places we're going. There's so many parties that are going to be happening, tailgating. We're going to be getting together for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and all these things. When you have this around, I want you to take a look here. We eat with our eyes. And if you have this sitting there, like you said, if I had the candy bar sitting next to me, or the bag of chips is over there, or any of those other choices, when you see this, it's going to attract you. And that's going to be, this is nature. You know what I mean? And I think that's, you know that you're attracted to nature foods, and it's gonna do the better thing for you. Now, lots of different choices.
Before I explode, let's do the chocolate.
Okay, let's go for chocolate.
Because this is the launch of the chocolate for the season, and you can get lowest price we've ever done, and you're gonna get it on auto ship. And this chocolate, is insane.
So take the blueberries out, put the Michigan cherries back in, so if you love the cherries, and then you've got dark, bittersweet chocolate chunks. Now listen, we are not doing candy, okay? This is not candy. This is a bittersweet dark chocolate. The reason why this is perfect, and it has to be this, is because it's not battling between the fruits, the sweetness of the fruits, and the nuts. It's gonna blend perfectly.
My, it is getting warm in here. That chocolate, you know, usually like candy chocolate, you're like, whatever. This chocolate is so, sorry, my mouth's full, rich. I'm eating it with a walnut. I'm making little sandwiches.
Well, a lot of people do. I like to do that. I'll pick out my favorites and like kind of put them together for different, you know, tastes. Look, here's the difference. Go from one hand to the other. So here's store-bought, okay, right here. This is a brand we all know. We all have seen it in the store. This is Ferris next to it. You automatically can see the difference. You can see what's going on here. You know, when you call Ferris right now, nothing has been packed yet. Everything that you order right now when Ferris opens tomorrow, they're going to pack this fresh upon your order. They're gonna ship it to you. I wanna show you the reason we love giving you a clear container is because we want you to know that you're getting the most optimum fresh. Look at the bottom. You don't see broken pieces. You don't see, this is our, let me make sure, this is roasted salted. Any of my roasted salted, I could show you the bottoms and you don't see tons of salt. You know, when you look at a lot of store-bought varieties or anything like, you're gonna see like a whole entire, like almost an inch of salt at the bottom.
That's so true.
And then you're eating them and they're, you know, you're just doing this. You don't have to worry about that with this. You don't, you know?
The crew knows. We're gonna do that fried turkey coming up, and they're like, stop eating the chocolate walnuts, you gotta eat outside. I'm like, oh, I think I can handle it.
Pretend like it's stuffing. Oh, you can use this in your stuffing. I wanna give you some ideas really fast. I know we're down to the last moment. Take this, put it in a bag, crunch it up, and roll it over goat cheese or any type of cheese, softer cheese that you enjoy, and you can make a cheese log. These are so expensive in the store at this time of year, and you only have to use a little bit of your Ferris to do it. One of my favorite things to use my Ferris for is my morning breakfast. Mine doesn't always look as pretty as this, but I'll tell you what, take some Greek yogurt, put a little bit of your Ferris on top, and run out the door, and you've given yourself something that's going to power you up through the day, because
and fill you up. This is hearty.
Yes.
Like, you will not, like, if you eat a bag of chips, you eat them and you know, an hour later, like, man, I'm still so hungry and I feel guilty. With this, you're filled up and it stays with you, because it's all hearty and it's delicious and it's good for you. And you know what? The chocolate bits aren't that big. So, you know, it's not like you're taking a huge cheat by adding the chocolate to it. I would recommend, though, if you want, now, Pat, which ones are now the most limited in auto ship? Because I would go for chocolate, but, okay, the blueberry cranberry, raw or salted roasted, by far is gonna sell out. I have less than 100 each on auto ship. And again, we match the lowest price. And I think when you go here, when you can give your kids this choice, so guilty mom syndrome, which I have, you can give your kids this choice, they'll love it too. They really will.
And look, I'm coming back to this again. Don't do dried fruits like these where you can't tell what they are and they're hard as a rock. Go for this where you can rip into it, and again, juice all over my hand.
And launching the chocolate. The chocolate's back for the season. Thank you for being with me, Carrie. I appreciate being part of Host Pick. Stay on the line for these yum yums coming up next. Oh, we're gonna do fried turkey.